Are you PCS in the Fort Campbell? Well, one bad decision could leave you with a horrible commute, living in the wrong school zone, or paying more for your house than you should. Today, I'm sharing with you the truth about military relocations that most families don't even learn about until they get here. Hey y'all, I'm Sondretta Green, Air Force retired, relocations realtor, helping military and civilian family members relocate to Tennessee and Mississippi. So let's get started. Point number one, where should you live? Many people think that they'll automatically be able to move on the installation, but that's not always the case because there's usually a waiting list. So with that being said, they're going to cover 6 popular neighborhoods that most military families live in. So the first one, if you're living on the installation, is right there in Kentucky. Fort Campbell is located in Kentucky, and it is a 0 to 10 minute commute, depending on where you are living at on the installation and where your work is. But basically, it's the shortest commute. And then it's military focused housing. The community is the shortest access to work and all the base services and the support resources that you have around. So that's a great thing about living on the installation. And then Clarksville, Tennessee, that is one of the most popular choices. It's south of Fort Campbell. It's the main city many family members use for off-post living. It's 20 to 35 minute commute, and it's a larger city with shopping, restaurants, schools, rentals, and houses for sale. It's a good option for families who want more city amenities. And then we have Sango. It's southeast of Fort Campbell on the east side of Clarksville. It's 30 to 45 minutes, and it's a popular suburban area known for newer homes, quieter neighborhoods, and more residential feel. And then we have Tiny Town that's also located in Tennessee. It is located in northwest Clarksville, and it is 10 to 25 minutes from Post. And it's very convenient for military families who want to stay close to the base, but still live in Clarksville. And then we have Oak Grove, which is in Kentucky. It's directly outside the north side of Fort Campbell, outside the gate, and it is 5 to 15 minutes commute. And it's a small military center town with a fast access to the gate. And then it has many rentals and generally affordable housing options. And next, we have Hopkinsville, Kentucky. It is north of Fort Campbell. It's 20 to 30 minute commute, and it is a mid-sized Kentucky city with established neighborhoods, local shopping, and more of a traditional small city feel. And next we have Kentwood. It is 10 to 30 minute commute. It's smaller neighborhoods options. It has smaller neighborhood options that may appeal to families looking for a certain school zone, home style, or budget. So there you have it. 6 beautiful communities in Kentucky and in Tennessee. So go ahead and take some time to subscribe so that you never miss out on any of my amazing videos and you're the first to know. So point number 2, housing. Should you live on post or off post? Well, there are many pros and cons to living on post. So some of the pros of living on post is so if you have kids, you have community centers, you have so many options for families right there in the housing area. And then just having that military feel, military community, just being there together with all the other military families around, that's definitely a plus. I know it was for me and my son when we lived on the installation. Just the convenience of everything living on the installation. Cons are limited choices. You don't get to choose which house you live in. It all is dependent on your rank and your family size. And living off the installation, you get to choose where you live and how you live. And then the waiting list. I had to wait on a waiting list for over a year one time when we were stationed over in Germany. But if you live off the installation, you don't have to worry about a waiting list or space, and you can build equity. And let's say your kids, you want them to go to a certain school zone or be in a certain school zone, then you choose a community that's near that school so that definitely your child will be able to go to the school of your choice. Point number 3, know what your BAH is before you start shopping. And there is a link to the BAH rates for 2026 in the description below. You know, it's important not just to look at the price of the home. It's going to be looking at, okay, how much is my BAH? Because I know I always try to stay below that BAH. And then we'll look at, okay, how much is your monthly payment going to be for a $200,000 or a $400,000 or even a $700,000 home? What is your monthly payment going to look like? And does your BAH cover that? You know, I'd hate for you to fall in love with a home and then you have to come out of your base pay to pay for that home. So those are things that you definitely want to know before you start shopping. Then also you need to factor in the utility costs, the HOA fees, and the commute. So just because you choose a house that seems like it's going to be less expensive because of the price point, if the commute is an hour or 45 minutes or whatnot, then it may be, or even the HOA fee, then it could be a lot more. So those are the factors that some families just didn't even consider before buying their home. And so you've heard it here first. Point number 4, schools matter. Even if you don't have children, schools definitely matter. Check this out. Your home, when you buy your home in a great school zone, it will affect the value of your home. Definitely it will. If you're looking at schools with a high report card rating, a A plus, or even a B, those school districts is where families are going to want to live because they want their kids in the best schools. And so you can search below. And if you're looking for certain schools, niche.com, that will help you dial into the particular schools that will be best for your kid. And then also, when you're shopping for a home, you can click on the home and it will always, usually at the bottom, it'll have the different schools, and then you can check the report cards there as well. And the school zones affect the demand. A lot of times houses, they run out of houses or they sell quicker in the better school districts. So like I said, go into niche.com and you can go ahead and start looking for the school zones before you start shopping for your home. And military families often prioritize that. That is one of the number one things they want to know first. What's the best school districts? And then you start shopping for your home. So if you're PCS in the Fort Campbell and you need boots on the ground, I'm your realtor. Go ahead and click the link below. There's a button where you can book a Zoom call with me to go ahead and start your home buyer or home seller strategy session. You could be moving here or you could be PCSing from here. I look forward to assisting you as you relocate to Fort Campbell or from Fort Campbell. I can help you anywhere in the world through our realtor referral program. And then there's 2 links below, one if you're selling a home and one if you're buying a home, your free home seller strategy session or home buyer strategy session. Go ahead and fill out those forms and myself or one of my team members will get with you and help you book your free Zoom call with me to get you started. And my number is right there. Go ahead and text me or call me to book your free home buyer strategy session too. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already so that you can be the first to know when my videos are live and when they're posted and not miss out on any of my amazingly awesome videos. And if you know anybody that's moving here, please share my information so that I could assist them in their move here to Fort Campbell. And lastly, go ahead and comment as well. We love your comments. If you have any questions or you need more guidance or more information, go ahead and leave a comment as well. And thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I look forward to assisting you as you move here to the Fort Campbell area or as you PCS leaving the Fort Campbell area. Have an amazingly awesome day. Peace.